Well, the oil leak has appeared. So definitely an oil leak, that's fresh oil. So I think I found the leak actually. Looks like there's a leak here in the top cover. That's like very wet. But I will say there's no like signs of drops on that side. And no sign of drops down there. Let's see how we're doing on oil. Yeah, we're good. So however much it's leaking, it's not leaking too bad. But yeah, there's definitely oil up here in the top cover. So I'll replace that at some point. So let's do shimmy on down beneath it. And I'll show what I'm seeing. So here's the transmission. The fill port somewhere over here. Let's see, can we see it? Where is it? There it is. That guy. And as you can see, no signs of liquid coming out of that one. And no signs of liquid coming out of the fill. So it's not the transmission. That's a good sign for me at least. And now we come over here. Here's the drain pan. Now we can see oil here, but nothing coming out of the drain. And then if we look above it, we don't see anything too much above it. We do see more oil on this piece, which makes me think that it's maybe dropping in from these holes or in that area or even more to the front. When we look, oh, we have some oil on this side too. So it's definitely coming from the top somewhere. Those screws up there are not wet, so that's a good sign. The screws on this side, especially the one at the front, are wet. Right, those ones are wet. You can see it pooling right there. So I'm gonna go to the top side and we'll see what the top of the engine looks like. Okay, so here on the top side, I guess let's start on this side because we did see some leakage over here. I don't see anything blaring on this side. Nothing looks wet. Apologies for the poor camera work. Nothing looks wet on this driver's side of the engine. Now on the passenger side, we see that oil spill down there, very wet. And if you look just above it, where is it? Right there is the oil filter, that guy. And so I had my suspicion always, especially because that leak is it's right below the oil filter, right? There's the oil filter on the top of the screen, and then below it is the leak. My suspicion is always maybe that the oil filter is leaking. And a second ago, when I tried to move it, like this thing, not even hand touch, see how it moved? So I tightened it up quite a bit. I probably got a full rotation out of it, and then I rubbed my thumb on the bottom, and yeah, it's leaking. So I'm gonna blast in there as much as I can with some brake clean. That way the oil stains go away. And we can keep track of if it's leaking more. I do know that, I noted earlier that the dipstick did show less oil than I remember there being maybe a couple weeks ago. So I think that was our culprit. So I have the car up on jack stands. I'm looking for the leak on the underside. So I took off the underside already. And I said, let me come under here and look. And immediately actually right there, where is my leak? Now I can't tell exactly where it's coming from, but it looks like it's the oil cooler, the oil air cooler. So I'm going to turn the car off, see if I can identify it from a better location. But yeah, I'm pretty happy it's just right there. And usually it's dripping a lot. That's a lot of oil on here. So I wanted to purchase a 1 1/8 deep socket, and then the internet says that the nut up there, just on the inside of just on the stem there, kind of visible, that guy, right there, is to be torqued to 30 foot-pounds. So I'm going to try torquing it to 30, seeing how much it moves, and then I'll have a good idea of how bad that gasket's destroyed. Okay, so at the 30 foot-pounds, it didn't do anything. Like, it clicked out as soon as I put any force on it. So I increased it to 40 foot-pounds, and I did get like a half a rotation out of it. So I'm gonna check my oil. I'm gonna clean up there. I'll put the filter on, and I'll turn it back on and see if I get more leakage. Okay, so tightening the route, put the filter on, and as you can see, it is still dripping. So that gasket is 100% bad. I'll just go ahead and turn the car off, and I'll wait for that new gasket to come in. Got the new oil cooler gasket, KL0114702A, genuine Mazda part. This is orange color. Alright, so first thing I need to get back underneath here, take out the oil filter, which is brand new and I just installed, and loosen the bolt for the oil cooler. Okay, so first I'll remove that by hand. It shouldn't be on too tight. I only tightened it with my hand the other day. Yeah, filter is off. I have it draining on the thing, and then this is still leaking a bunch of oil. I think I'm going to end up draining everything out, so I'm not too concerned. The oil is pretty black. So now I need to get the wrench onto the nut that's back there. Let's see how you can see. Yeah, that guy right there. And pull off the oil cooler. I shouldn't have to take it off too much. I know there's two hoses on it. One on this side and one on the other side. Okay, so I drained the oil to make my life a bit easier. And I've gone ahead and taken off the nut that goes on the oil cooler. And then all you have to do is pull it back, and the hoses, my hoses, had just enough slack that I could get it all the way off this little threaded rod. And then it hangs down like this, and you can see this orange guy right here. That's the gasket that I'm going to replace. So let me get my O-ring pick, and I'll pull this guy out. So I got it out. It wasn't too bad. I'm not sure how well it comes up on camera, but you can really see how deformed it is. Like, this side is very flat and this side is much narrower. Putting the two next to each other, oh, this one looks a bit smaller actually. This one looks a bit smaller thickness wise, but it is just a hair taller. So yeah, I'll clean up this new one. So I have it installed there now. I did clean up the inside of this groove. I took a little blue paper towel, clean up the inside, and then I cleaned up, lighting is hard, I cleaned up the sealing surface in here, in where it sits. I just give it a little wipe down, make sure it was mostly clean. No like gunk or anything built up on it. So that's ready to go on. So I'll go ahead and put it on like so. That wasn't too bad. And now I'll put the nut back on. Okay, it's on there now. The nut's on there. I'm gonna get my torque wrench and torque it to 30 foot-pounds. Okay, filter is installed. Drain plug, where is it? Right there. Drain plug is installed and torqued. So now we'll go ahead and fill this guy up with 4 liters of OW20. Okay, it's filled up all the way. Come down here. I don't see any dripping, so that's a good sign. Down here is clean. I sprayed everything down with some brake clean. So I should be able to identify any new leakage. It looks fine. Yep, she's on. She sounds good. I don't see any oil leak over there. So that's a good sign. I'm going to run for a bit longer. Test drive came back confirming the oil level. It's full, so that's successful. Made the mistake of looking down here. You can kind of see at the bottom of the oil filter some drip. If you look at the oil pan here, there's a little bit of oil on the bottom of it. But you know what? It's better than it was before. And I'm going to call that a win.